Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. TGI and F. It's going to be a crazy Friday around here, looks like. I watched Joanne this morning, and looks like my area has a target on it as far as the weather's concerned. So I'm supposed to get some heavy rains, high winds, and tornadoes. Yay. So it should be a fun afternoon. I think that stuff's supposed to get here 2-3 hours from now. But oh boy, should be fun. Anyway, let's see who we got hanging out with us. We got a few folks hanging over here. Larry Gaunt says, morning everyone. North wind howling this morning, 49 degrees, but headed to low 70s. Yeah, that's pretty good. We got up to around, I think around 72 yesterday. It was pretty nice. LB Sharp's here. Good morning, sir. Troy Pritchard's in the house. Good morning. Y'all make sure you hit that thumbs up over there now. Troy says it right here. Thomas Graham's in the house. Wilson Rubottom. Dave B. Gary Hammett. Good morning, sir. He says, I missed yesterday, but the dog ate my excuse. That's all right. Kevin Els is here this morning. How you doing, Kevin? Monroe Cook. My favorite solar man is here. And Clyde is here. How you doing, guys? All guys, it looks like. Ryan says, busy morning already. Went out and bought 2 apple, 2 plum, and 1 maple, $18 each. Okay. Clyde says it got 72 where he's at yesterday, too. Good deal. Hope you got some shop time there, Clyde. 72 is, that's ideal for me. I think 72 is like the perfect temperature. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's just right, I think. Ran my speed test again this morning, and looks like the upload speed is it's exactly 21, which is roughly twice what it used to be. But the download, I'm gonna have to call them because the whole purpose of the reason I called them was they sent me an email and said, you can get up to 400 megabytes per second for $20 more. Well, I'm still getting the same thing download speed, so that's not going to cut it. I want, whether I use it or not, if I'm paying for it, I want it. And it doesn't matter what test I happen to run, the one they have, the Spectrum test, but there's about a dozen different ones you can run, and they all come up within a few ticks of each other. Okay, I think we're back. I guess I'll have to whisper when I'm bad mouthing my internet company. Apparently, they didn't like what I was saying and just said, we'll just pull a damn plug on you, buddy. I don't know what happened there. It's just like that went power, lost my power. And what's weird is I have all this stuff connected to a battery backup, but apparently it's not working anymore because is it just is like I said, it's just like somebody pulled the power. And it came right back on, but then of course, the router had to boot back up, all this stuff that takes a minute. And I didn't know. Fortunately, the way StreamYard works, I guess until I hit the end broadcast button, it's just going to go on and on and on, whether I'm here or not. So when it came back on and I uh, got where I could, the router was booted up and I connect to the internet, I could see the comments still over there. So, all right, now where was I? I think I was bad mouthing Spectrum, but I have run it, because I told it to restore the pages, so it came right back up, and I hit the speed test again, so all is good there. But the live feed shouldn't ever stop because since it's web based, it's all this stuff you see, the backgrounds and all that stuff, that's on their servers. That's not here on mine. That's how StreamYard rolls anyway. So anyhow, yeah, just guess that's a preview of things to come today. But anyhow, sorry y'all had to look at a blank screen or the background or whatever while I was gone. Putin had me hacked. Maybe I would suspect Spectrum more than I would Putin. No, I wasn't. Well, I was still talking to myself, but not. I knew y'all wasn't going to be able to hear me because I had no power at all. Okay, now Bart says the day I make it back, things get all honked up. Yeah. I don't know what that was all about. Unless the power company's doing something, sometimes they'll do that when they're working on something. They got to flip one switch and flip another one on to reroute stuff or something, and it's only off for a second. But they don't give you no warning. They don't send you a text say, "Hey, we're going to do this at 9:05 or whatever." They just do it. So whatever you're in the middle of is interrupted. So Jack unplugged it because he wasn't getting cookies. He no shortage of Jack getting cookies around here. Now I got my phone all blowing up. Okay, Ryan's text me, says your feed is still live, just no camera. Yeah. You could have jumped in there, Ryan, and finished the coffee sessions for me. He's part of the team member stuff, so he can get in there and do whatever. So anyway, well, that was interesting. I don't know what all that was about. Hopefully that'll get all that stuff out of its system today, and by tomorrow night it'll all be calmed down, which is what they're forecasting anyway. Because I got a lot of stuff to show tomorrow night. A lot of cool projects. I looked a little bit yesterday on a couple more Facebook groups. I found a few things I'm just looking for. I don't know. I guess I don't really how to describe. I'm just looking for something that really pops out and catches my eye. Something different. It's something that's either really super well done or something that I just hadn't seen before, or at least you don't see very much of. So let's see. Rob Schuster says even a blank screen gets 13 likes. Hey, maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need to do. Yeah, just put some text up there and say hit the like button and just leave it blank. Uh, let's see. Let me scroll on down. Clyde says better not use your CNCs today. Yeah. I normally don't. If it's it just depends. If it's some days you have just a plain old rainy day, and if it's just rain, I don't have a problem getting out there and running. But I always watch the forecast because if it's the type of rain where you hear some thunder, and if you hear thunder, there's going to be some lightning and strikes and stuff like that. I usually won't run stuff. It's just not worth it. I can always run it another day. So LB says, I think you were talking about your CNC giveaway. Maybe my mind was wondering. I might be doing, well, not a CNC giveaway, but I might be doing some giveaways coming up on the Hobby CNC with Dave show. I might start doing some giveaways. I've got some companies that have contacted me and want to send me stuff, and I don't mind them sending me stuff and doing review videos and stuff like that. But really, I got everything I need. I've been doing this a long time. I don't really need anything. So if they want to send me something, I'll probably, do what I said I'd do and do a review video and stuff like that. But then probably give it away on the Saturday night show or something. I really just need to go through the stuff I have sitting around and start doing giveaways because I have so much stuff I have sitting around. Drivers, I told you a while back, I think I found there was a box up under something, a big box. And I kept walking past it for 2 or 3 days, and I kept looking at it. And it's been there all the time. I walked past it a million times. But I kept walking past it and looking at it, and I go, wonder what's in that box. I can't remember what's in there. And so one day I finally pulled it out, and inside it was smaller boxes, and it was a whole bunch of drivers that I had bought for some kind of a project, I guess, and decided not to do it or something. Who knows what? You know how I am. Something shiny comes along, I'm off doing something different. So I guess that's what it was. But I had totally forgot they were in there. Brand new, still in the box. I got a bunch of power supplies of various voltages. Yeah. I don't know. Gary says, keep the bad weather below I-20. Well, thanks, Gary. That's where I'm at, below I-20. That's what, of course, that's what I'm always saying. I'm like, yeah, always keep it north I-20 and I'm good. Ryan says he watches the coffee sessions on mobile, so it would be hard for me to get in there. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it with a phone or something, but it's definitely not as easy as with an office setup or whatever. I wouldn't even try to knowing what I know now about StreamYard, there's no way I'd even try to do it if I didn't have at least 2 monitors. I've got 3 here, which makes it really pretty easy to do screen shares and stuff like that. And then even when I do the lives from out there in the garage, I have 2 monitors there. But yeah, after you can do it with one, but it's a lot trickier having to, because when you're doing a screen share or something and you're showing the whole screen, now you've got your StreamYard thing covered up and you can't see the comments and stuff like that. So 2 is always better than 1, and 3 is even more fun than 2. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging around while I was trying to get the power back up here. Larry Larry says, contact the X-Tool D1 and do a review on their 10-watt laser. It looks like the one I want. Yeah, I might contact them. See, probably because I bought this little O'Toole Laser Master Pro 2. I bought it myself. Nobody sent it to me. And, but I found, even if you buy something yourself, if I would get ambitious and do a review video on it or show something being done, more than likely other companies would, because that's what they like. They like to see somebody that's doing a thing, but that really isn't why I bought it. I just wanted something to play around with. Mark asked, does 2 monitors make that big of a difference? Absolutely. In fact, I can't believe you haven't got a second one, Mark. Monitors are, dime a dozen these days. And it doesn't have to be a big fancy one. But if you, when you do yours, are you using a computer or a laptop? And it really, really doesn't make any difference. But whichever one, if you had a second, just an old cheap monitor, you'd never. I guarantee you'll never go back to one if you ever hook a second one up. It's just so much easier. It looks like Ryan's confirming that. Yeah, definitely more productive. Yeah, you can just see so much more. And usually the way I run this setup here, for example, I've got the YouTube over here so I can see, that it's playing okay. And then over here on this other monitor, I've got my internet speed test. So that's, but like if I was going to share, it's just so super easy. Like if I just hit my share screen right here, boom, see, and I haven't lost a thing. I've still got everything I can see. I can see all the comments. But there's my my internet speed test that I ran. We'll hit it again and see what I'm getting right now. It's always somewhere around the same. But like I said, they supposedly upgraded me to a 400 megabytes per second download and then 20 something upload. Well, I'm getting the 20 upload, but that 90 something that you see on the download, that's what I always used to get when I was on the other thing. So, but yeah, these having these multiple monitors is definitely the way to go. Yeah, okay. If you're on a laptop, as long as it's got a place you can add a second monitor, and most of them do. Most of them have I say most of them, depends on how old it is, I guess, but it probably has an HDMI port on it, and all the newer monitors come with usually come with 2. Some of them, the ones I have 2 HDMI ports on them. So you just get a little short HDMI cable, plug it up to your laptop and plug it in. And then you can use your windows in there to tell it whether you want it to be one big screen. In other words, it'll show the same thing on both screens, or you can say, make each screen its own deal. So now I open up something, if wherever it might open up on this middle thing, and I just grab it and slide it over to the other side. So it's super. I guarantee you, when you get a second monitor and put it on there and do it for the first time, you'll go, man, what? Why did I wait so long to do that? This is the stuff right here. So, yeah. Clyde says even an old TV works. Yeah, a lot of the TVs. I have a TV. Of course, a lot of the older ones though, they're heavier. The monitors they make now are so light and so thin, and they're not. They're not expensive. Everybody makes them. I probably, if you look, let's see, I probably got a link to one down here in my stuff. No, I have a link to the laptop, I guess. The laptop I use. I thought maybe I had a link to these monitors, but when I got ready to set up that thing out there in the garage that I use when I'm streaming live out there, I bought two identical monitors. Let's see if I can find those. We'll just check, see how much they are, just to give you an idea here. It's been a minute since I bought them, so they're probably cheaper. Oh, come on. I got to do the search because I buy way too much stuff on Amazon. Okay, here it is. Let me share my screen again. This is what I have out in the garage, and I have two of them, and they're $134.99, but they're 24-inch. They're super thin, super light, and I don't use this stand. I took this off, and I don't know if I bought those almost 2 years ago. But I have a little, it's I don't know what they call it, two monitor stand, I guess. But it's, let's see if I can find it as well. Yep, there it is. So this is what I have. See, this is only 27 bucks. And it just clamps to that little roll around cart, which I bought it, I think, on here too. And then I took the monitors, the stand that they come on, took them off and mounted them here. And then these arms swing around, and you can take this off, and right on this upper plate, let's see. Yeah, you can see where my mouse is. I think that upper part, you can put, like if you're setting it right on a workbench or something, you can put some screws in there that'll hold it super strong. That way you ain't got to worry about that crank thing, and works really good. But I've got them on that little roll around cart. Might as well show you that too while I'm at it, I guess. I don't know what that thing's called. You probably don't need that though, because I think you got some kind of, yeah, I've showed this to you, I think, before in my stream. So this was $100. But this now they're showing it all flipped up all different kinds of ways. But I have both this upper one and this lower one all where it's just one big table. And then I have that monitor stand connected, and the computer sits down here. Uh, but it's all where I can just roll it around and get it out of the way. I've got a power, like an extension cord that's got a power thing that's got several outlets. So I've got it kind of cable tied to the frame of that. So it's all mobile. I can wheel that wherever I want. But Mark said whoops, where'd it go? He said, I'm using a TV for a monitor right now on this computer. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can also, I don't know. I'm sure y'all have probably seen me do this in my shop, but on my, out there in the garage where I have my Avid, I have a little small, I think it's a Dell. I think it's one of those computers I bought from Michael Chipser. And that's what I use to run. And then I have a touch screen monitor, but I have it kind of over to the side and on, kind of at the back part of the machine, which isn't real convenient when you're trying to set the zero and stuff. But I have my old 32-inch TV mounted on one of those arms, and I have it where when I'm standing at the front of the machine, and I used a HDMI cable to run from that computer over to that TV. So it basically shows the same thing, only bigger on, like my Mach 3 screen or my VCar Pro, whatever I'm doing. But so I have my Mach 3 screen up there, and I can stand at the front of the computer. And then I also have a wireless keyboard. So I can just pick it up, move it right there, and I can just look at that TV and see what I'm doing because I know way I can see it when I look at that touch screen over there. So it's and all this stuff I've just, it's not like I splurged and bought a whole bunch of stuff. I bought all this stuff over time. So just when I needed something, I get it. That TV that's out there that I'm using, it's 32-inch, I think. And I think that's the first TV I bought when I moved here 15 years ago. And then I replaced it when I bought my 65-inch. But it still works. I'm like, I'm not going to throw it away. So works great. Mark says, just not sure how you connect two monitors to one computer. I've only ever seen one monitor input on the back of the computer. Well, if you get one of the newer monitors that has an HDMI port, you might have you probably are going to only see one of the old style VGA type spots on the back of a computer. There's probably only going to have one. And just like out there in my shop, I'll have to do a live from out there and just take a camera and show you how I do. But I have those two monitors that are identical, the ones I just showed you a while ago. And that old computer, it's an old Dell, I think. And it's like you're talking about, Mark. It's got, so one of those monitors, they both have two HDMI ports and one of the old style VGA connections. So one of those is running with the VGA connection and going to the, like you would normally hook up a monitor to a computer. And then the other one is going from the HDMI port on it to, I think there's one HDMI port on that computer. And that's how that works. I don't think, in fact, to be clear about why I bought this computer, this is a gaming type computer. And the main reason I bought it is because when I was using that old Dell in here, I could buy, I can't remember what the thing is. I've got it somewhere. No, that's not it. There was some kind of, this, I think this is it. I think I had this thing, and I think this is what I was using. Anyway, I had to get some kind of an adapter to hook 3 monitors up to that older computer. And it would work, but it made everything slower than molasses because it was all trying to run off the USB type stuff or something like that. Somebody was telling me why I was having trouble. And so that's why I just said, the heck with it. I'm about due for a new computer anyway. So I bought this one, and it's got a powerful enough graphics card that's designed. In fact, I think I can hook 4 monitors up to this one, but I just have 3 kind of around like this. But that old computer still works good enough to use 2 monitors. So that's why I use it out there. Okay, Mark said he's already got a stand coming. Hot diggity. Good deal. Let's see. Ryan says just need multiple inputs on the computer. Yeah. Just take a look at your computer, because if you have, and I think most of them probably do this, they'll have the even if it's an old one, it'll have that standard VGA type plug, the one I'm talking about, the big bulky one. But usually they'll have at least one HDMI. And I don't have anything that looks like that here. But you know what they're shaped like. They're kind of like a USB, only they angle a little bit. But usually they'll have at least one of those, and you can plug that up and then add 1 monitor, and you'd probably be able to do that without any issues at all, I'm guessing. Rob says, I think monitors that daisy chain might be expensive. Yeah, I don't know about the daisy chain stuff. I'm not real familiar with that. Ryan's got to go plant his trees. Good deal. Okay, yeah. Also, I think many newer monitors can run from USB-C, so you don't need a second video out. My Mac for work only has USB-C outputs, and that is how I plug in the monitors. Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. The technology is changing all the time. And because you saw from that thing, it's been a good 1.5 years since I bought those 2 monitors. And even then, those had, they both have, they're identical, but they have the VGA thing, and then they have 2 HDMI. This says HDMI 1 and HDMI 2 on it. But yeah. Yeah, I guarantee you, Mark, however way you do it, when you get a second monitor to work with StreamYard, you will never want to go back to doing the one thing. It's just so much easier. He's saying what? DIM DMI. Yeah, it's an HDMI is what mine say. Let's see if I still got that. Let's see if I can go backwards on this thing. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Well, maybe it is. Let me click back a few times. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Let me screen share this again. All right, now where'd it go? Right here. See, here's a close-up. This is how mine looks right here. Let's see if I can I get that big? Okay. So this is what the back of mine looked like. You got the HDMI 1, HDMI 2, then you got that standard looking, I guess, what do they call it, VGA or something? And then you've got, these things also have built-in speakers in them, so you don't have to have a thing of speakers. You can just use what that is. And then you can also plug headphones in. And then that right there, that purple one is just where you plug the little power brick into. They have one of those little small things. But yeah, that's what the back of mine looks like. And I don't know whether you can daisy chain these or not. I don't know. Maybe that's why they got two of those. I had never tried to do that, but those are those work pretty good for me. And I haven't done it so far this year. Like I did a coffee session from out there a couple of days ago. But once the weather gets nice, I really plan on doing a lot of stuff out there. CNC type stuff. But Monroe says, I bought a used monitor and hung beside my CNC for my settings. It made it easy to set up. Uh-oh. The W word. I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, Bart says his current laptop is running, I think he means the number 2 monitors via USB-C and still haven't opened the HDMI port. Yeah. Clyde's saying it's called a DMI port. I don't know. Maybe so, but I know it says HDMI on mine. So, whatever. You may be able to use both VGA and HDMI at the same time. Yeah. This is the white one you showed. Oh, is that what this one? Is this one the one you're talking about? I can't read that, but maybe. I just know when I look, because I've read these and they say HDMI 1 and 2 on the. Oh, I wasn't sharing, so you weren't seeing what I was looking. Oh, it says it right here below here. Duh. I didn't have this scroll. I was trying to get on it right here, right down here. It says it HDMI 1, HDMI 2, VGA, audio in and audio out. And then the purple one is the power thing, because they each have to have their little power thing. All right. Well, I guess I done lost track of my time because I was shut off there for a while, but I guess it's time for me to get to work. And I say work. That's a joke, isn't it? I don't know what work is anymore these days. So, all right. Mark says he's got 2 more panels, walnut to glue up. All right. We're going to be seeing a video on that, Mark. We'll see some chips. Rob's saying DVI, that adapter I picked up. Is that what it said? Yeah, this just says USB 2.0 display adapter. And that's what you're talking about, that there. Gotcha. All right. There's so many, I didn't realize there were so many different kinds of theirs, but you look at them briefly, there's a bunch of them that look the same, and then you look closer and there's a bunch of different styles. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Jack's about falling asleep. We got to get outside and make sure he takes care of his business before the rain hits, because we're going to have several hours of uh, just nasty weather, and there won't be no getting him out then. So I need to get him out there and let him wander around, make sure he takes care of his business, and then maybe we won't get blown away. That's the only thing. I don't care really too much when they say rain and all that stuff, but when they start talking high winds and possible tornadoes, it starts making me nervous because I got a lot of big old trees around here, and I ain't got time for that. All right, well, everybody have a good weekend. If you ain't doing nothing tomorrow night, come watch the Hobby CNC with Dave show. Going to have some cool things bunch of cool things to show, and maybe you'll get some ideas for some projects that you want to do. No doubt you will. All right, we'll see y'all. Everybody have a good weekend, and we'll see y'all Monday.